Nightmare Real, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
So that wasn't the mannerisms I was expecting to see from somebody that says they're gonna kill you. You're not gonna be able to see your family. You know, they crush people. They eat bullets. They drink gunpowder. You know, all the boogeyman, scary stuff. You know, supposed to scare you and shit. I didn't expect a man like that to look for help from the referee all the time. Even if some of the punches, if you want to consider them all nut shots, go ahead. I'm not gonna argue with nobody on here. I'm not gonna try to change your mind and none of that. Just you can believe what you want to believe. But what is fact, all those shots were not borderline. Or if you want to say hit his nuts, they just wasn't. They just weren't. They were clean body shots landing on the ribs, right in the stomach area. I mean, clean shots. And it seemed like every time he got hit remotely close to the body, he was always just looking for the ref. Kind of reminded me of when Mike Tyson, two of my favorites too, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield was fighting in that first fight. And Mike says that he got intentionally headbutt, you know. Now, I know some of you going to say, but it's not the same. It's a headbutt and one's hitting him in the... Okay. I'm just telling you the mannerisms of a quote unquote, you know, killer, right? Looking for the ref. I kept wondering to myself, like, Mike, man, you keep looking for Mitch Halpern. Like, I understand you probably thinking you're getting headbutt or whatever, but stop looking to the ref. He's not going to save you from it. You know, I heard Evander Holyfield say one time, if you foul me, I'm going to foul you back. I'm not going to wait for the ref to do anything. I'm going to, so you hit me, boom, I'm going to hit you right back where I think you hit me. And then the ref will have to just figure it out. Do I think it's up to the ref to go by the rules when a fight's going on in real time? Of course. But you guys know a lot of things happen so fast sometimes. A ref, he can't catch every goddamn thing. He still is human. It's one thing for us to watch it on TV when you're in the ring and there's different angles. And B-Hop was really good at, if he were to foul you or punch you on your thigh or do some little, you know, illegal type shit, B-Hop would shield the ref. If the ref's on their right side, B-Hop will kind of clinch and use his left hand. Stuff like that. I'm not saying Ward did that, but I'm just saying there's, especially some of the older fighters, man, they have little moves and ways to where they can rough you up. And as when I watch these fights and being when I spar too, once you start looking towards the ref and looking for, that face they make, that, hey, help me. I mean, help me. When you start making that face, I always just say, oh, the end's going to come near. When the fight began, Tony Weeks, when they meet in the center of the ring, touch gloves, he gives them the instructions. He put his hand on the belt line of Kovalev and said, punch is good here. A lot of those punches landed on the belt line. There was points in the fight where he was getting hit and he would just double over and you didn't know if he was going to fall, what the hell Kovalev was doing. Like, man, how are you just stopping mid-action to just complain to the ref? I've heard some people compare this to other fights all over, not just on my page. I've seen this comparison all over social media to Andrew Galata. I've seen it on my Instagram or Twitter. Seen a lot of places, man. Even on some of the other boxing websites, their comment section to their articles, I've seen it on there. People, to me, this is nowhere near Galata Bo, in my opinion. And again, I'm not here to change your mind, man. So don't say, no, you're wrong. No, that's my opinion. Your opinion is some of you think it's the same. Okay, cool. I'm not going to get mad about it. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's even remotely close. I thought this fight was fought, the Kovalev War rematch, I thought it was fought evenly going into the 8th round. It looked as if Kovalev was slowing down. Again, if you want to say, and I know people are going to say this because I'm seeing it everywhere, you will slow down too if somebody hit you in your nuts. Probably. But I don't think all those shots were nut shots. Guess what? You'll slow down too if somebody was hitting you with body shots. People are acting like the only thing that hurt Kovalev was they, claiming that he got hit in his nuts. It's like, man, I don't know if you guys realize, like, he's that dude's a human being. Like, if you get hit with body shots, body shots, body shots, and let's say some of them were borderline or whatever, it's going to take a toll, man. The dude is human. Just like some dudes, if you land on their chin enough, it's going to take a toll. So you can say, oh, well, you'll slow down too if you got hit in the nuts. Well, I argue you'll slow down too if you got hit with some good body shots. And people saying, oh, that right hand that set up Kovalev is because he got hit in the nuts. Well, I'm not sure which right hand some of you are talking about, but the right hand I'm talking about is the right hand that landed at I believe it was the minute 15 mark of the round that wobbled Kovalev. And I think if I'm not mistaken, 20 to 30 seconds prior to that, Dre didn't even go to his body. It was just, they had like a little stalling action. And I believe Kovalev went southpaw briefly, and then right when he went back to orthodox, boom, hands down, wasn't expecting it. Switching from lefty to righty, didn't see it, got caught. That's what set it up. And the fact that Ward disguised it. What bothered me most about the fight was the stoppage. I thought he should at least he at least count as a knockdown because he slumped down to the ropes. Some people saying he was just sitting on the ropes he wasn't sitting on the ropes for a long amount of time. When Dre got up to him on the ropes, he started just bullying him, man. It was kind of one of them things like, it was almost as if you can hear him talk like, oh, motherfucker, oh, shut up, shut your ass up. Like, that's how the visual looked to me. Like, War was in there like, shut the fuck up, like, just bullying him. Rev, shut up. You know what I mean? Rev, help, shut up. Like, that's how War was doing him, man. He's a rough house fighter with skill, and he's determined. Now the punches when he was slumped over like that, again, when you're all slumped over, man, and I used to always say this, who was that? Was that Mayweather? It was one of the fighters that defensive, I forgot which fight it was, but it's for like the guys that are defensive. James Toney used to go through this, James Toney, Bernard Hopkins, Mayweather, they would do this sometimes in their fight where they'll be moving and rolling so much, punches will get landed to the back of their head. And I remember Emmanuel Stewart, it was during the Mayweather fight, saying, well, shit, man, if Mayweather keeps turning like that, it was when he was using that shoulder roll, but his head, you could the back of his head was right there. It's like, hey, man, I'm not about to wait for you to get back in position for me to throw a punch. I'm just throwing a punch. And if you fucking roll your body and your back of the head's in the way, it's going to get hit. You can't just roll and bend over, man. You got to, you know what I'm saying, defend yourself. But at the same time, I'm throwing punches and you're moving, which means the punch might not land where I want it to land when you're moving and trying to get out the way. The dude went to the ropes and doubled over. You may say, oh, because he got hit in the nuts. It looked like he got hit on his belt line. And I'm not sure where some of you guys' nuts are on, for some of you men, where your nuts are on your body. But my nuts were not, my nuts wouldn't be in the place where War was landing a lot of those punches. Again, the dude, so it's like, so War's supposed to move back, wait for him for stop bending over like that. Then once he gets up, say, okay, let's fight. Nah, fuck that. Get your motherfucking ass up and fight me, Crusher. You're supposed to kill me, and I'm not going to see my family, and if he dies, and all that shit, right? So he's bending over. War lands 3 shots. If you want to, when I was watching it live, it was like, damn, is he hitting them low? But it was like, but damn, this dude, I was thinking to myself, is he hitting them low? But then I'm also asking myself, well, shit, why he just bending over? It's like, War's not going to wait for him to get, I mean, he's just throwing punches, man. That's what I saw. Again, what bothered me the most was the stoppage. That I was like, damn, so he landed the punches and then Weeks just went over and just stopped it. I don't know if Weeks just felt, because that round he was getting busted up. So I'm not sure if Weeks just felt as if, he keeps, along with all the other times he would bend over for no reason. I'm talking about just bending over. Come on, I mean, every damn body shot that got thrown, he was always wincing or looking at the ref or getting ready to bend over. I know that trick, man. I know those games. I've been watching boxing for a long time. Some of you probably been watching it longer than me. I've been watching it close to about 30 years now. Some of you probably watched it longer than me. Maybe some of you are smarter than me. That's fine. Because some of you are very well educated when I'm reading a lot of these comments. You guys know everything about everything, and that's cool. That's cool. But just me, I'm just the average boxing fan, right? So what I see, I've seen that a lot. I've seen guys, whenever you even go close and near their body, they're wincing. They got their fucking trunks pulled up to the middle of their chest and all this. I know all those types of games. I've seen some extreme low blows. There was nothing extreme to me about this. To me. You guys remember when Roberto Duran fought Buchanan, and it was similar like this, where he was just so roughhouse along with skills. Yeah, some of them landed low or borderline, but he was just too physical for him. You can still beat those guys. You just got to figure out how to do it. Nobody's been able to figure out how to do it. Although the first fight, I'm not going to lie to you, going into that fight, I picked Ward to win by decision. And after the fight was over, I had scored the fight 7-4-1 to Kovalev. I thought Kovalev won the fight. But they gave it to Andre Ward. Congratulated him, and I moved on. This fight was getting fought evenly. It looked like Kovalev, whether you want to say because he was getting hit in the nuts. You'll slow down too. Or if you just want to say, oh, well, he was busting up his body. He started to land some good right hands upstairs. Although Kovalev was doing some good work, he was using a good jab. Really couldn't seem to find a home for that right hand. And his mid-range fighting isn't as good as Andre Ward's. He was getting trumped in that area, to me. Again, but so when he was getting busted up against the ropes, I thought Weeks at least could have said, just stepped in because he was bending over like that. At least let him stand all the way back up and just start counting to 10, or just give him a count and just say, hey, do you want to continue? At least give him the option. I know refs are supposed to save the guys, but I think he was getting beat the hell up, but I don't think it was warranted for a stoppage, man. I at least thought he should have, do you want to continue? Or at least count it as a knockdown or something. He went against the ropes. And then it seemed like when Weeks stepped in, his body kind of like fell into the ropes, and he was there for like a second or two. Then he got back up. It was like he was just sitting there for 15. From what I remember, it wasn't like he was just sitting on the ropes for 15 seconds, just out of it. Or he just kind of slumped to the rope and then he got up. Hey, do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? I would have liked that, but I don't know, man. Like I just didn't see this just over the top extreme. Oh, the only punch he landed. It seemed like, just reading some of the comments and listening to some people, they make it seem as if the only punches he was landing was just nut shots the whole fight. And that's okay, man. Fair enough. That's what you saw, was just low blows the whole fight. Fair enough. Kovalev was doing some shit in there too, hitting behind the head, grabbing. He was doing his fair share too. It's a fucking fight, man. Like, oh, man, I just don't understand it sometimes. Like, people think guys go in there, they touch gloves, and hey, you stand at your distance, I'm going to stand at my distance. We're going to trade punches. And that's all we're going to do. We're not going to grab each other. One person isn't going to step on the other person's foot. One person is going to accidentally elbow the other. We're just going to stand at our distance, and we're going to trade punches perfectly. And like, that's not fighting, man. There's going to be some elbows, might be a headbutt. Yeah, you might get hit low. You might get hit with a rabbit punch. Defend yourself at all times. Learn how to be ready for it. Okay, I know this motherfucker like to use his head. Let me step back and do this. Or if he comes in with that, I'm going to do this. If I'm training a guy, or if I'm going into a fight and I know a guy's known for headbutts, I'm going to not only work on my game, but work on all that shit so it won't bother me. Just the way that Mike Tyson used to complain about Holyfield's head, there's a lot of fighters that went in there and was able to beat Evander. Headbutts or no headbutts. You could say, oh, because this guy was taller, or because that guy was bigger, or, well, they got it done. You can't tell me, man to man, you can't tell me how much of a killer you are, and you're going to stop somebody from seeing their family, and then you get in the ring and look at the ref. You gonna help me, Ref? Ref. He tapping the ref. Ref, man. Man, Ref. You gonna help me? Nah, don't look like he gonna help today. Whether you think you're getting hit low or not, hit that motherfucker. Okay, damn, I think he hit me low. Bam, hit you low. Just okay. I got to get a warning, and Ward did get some warnings. I thought because he was just going to the body so much, it was hard to tell because Kovalev was damn near complaining about everything to the body. And when fighters do that, you're like, man, I'm not sure if he's getting hit low or not, or if he just don't like that. It gets hard because you're looking at his reaction. He's doubling over. It's like, damn, did he get hit in the nuts? Or then you look at it like, he didn't get, and then you look at it again like, damn, he didn't get hit in the nuts right there. He just complained about every body shot. He don't want that work to the body. This is what I saw. All right. I know there's going to be people in the comment section. You know, I give a damn what y'all think about what I think. What type of shit is that? Just like, you know, some of you going to tell me how I don't know boxing. Okay, that's fair enough, man. But I really don't care what you think about what I think. I just don't. I just really don't. That's what I saw, man. I'm just one person, you know? And when I say that, because I know people, you know, they're real charged up about this fight. They're so charged up, and you know, so well, yeah. Yeah. I'm out.